In this movie, we're going to create this lamp. We're going to start it by creating a profile shape in the front view, and then use the lathe modifier to create the revolution around the central axis. And then for the top part, we're going to create also a shape, and we're going to revolve it again around the same central axis. Okay, so let's start. This is my scene over here, and this is the lamp. And to create my lamp, I used a line. So I'm going to go to the line level here, and I'm going to show you the line. And this is the line around which I'm going to create my revolution. So I'm going to start over and create a line over this one, just so that I don't have to create the design of the shape, and then we'll take it from there. So I'm going to right click and choose hide unselected, and that way everything will be hidden except for my line. And I'm going to turn off any modifiers that I have above it, that way I only see the profile. And then I'm going to select my line and choose freeze selection, and that way I cannot select it by mistake. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is activate snap and choose grid points. And now I'm going to go to create and choose shapes line. And I'll start down from this point here. Now all the shapes that I'm going to create are going to be corner shapes. They don't have to be curved at the beginning, because I can curve them later on. Okay, so I'll approximate the shape that I have here, and I'll press I on the keyboard to go upwards. So the basic rule when using the lathe modifier is to start out with corner shapes and then convert the vertices into smooth vertices at a later stage. Over here I'm using the brackets buttons to zoom in and zoom out interactively while I'm creating my shape. And then I'm going to right click and finish this shape. Now notice that I did not close the shape over here. I need to leave it open so that the revolution can take place properly. Okay, so now I'm going to deactivate snap, and then I'm going to go to the modify panel, because here I'm going to adjust the vertices of my shape. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is select all my vertices, and then right click on one of them and choose Bezier corner, because that gives you the most flexibility in determining the curvature of your vertices. Okay, so I'll select them one by one, and I will change their curvature. Now that's why I chose Bezier corner, because it enables me to change the handles of each side of the vertex independently of the other one. Okay, so I'm going to keep changing the shapes or the curvature of the vertices until I have my final shape. Okay, sometimes, like over here, I need to add a new vertex, so I'm going to choose refine and click where I need to add the vertex, and I'll place the vertex wherever I need to, and then I can adjust the curvature. So refine in the vertex sub-object level lets you add vertices to an existing shape. Okay, now it seems that here also I have to add two vertices, so I'll choose refine and I click twice to add my vertices, because the design requires that I have different curvatures over here. Okay, so this is pretty straightforward, and there's not much room for mistake in case you had the original line the way I'm doing right now. In case you didn't, you would have to draw the shape according to some predefined measurements. So over here, I'm going to choose segment, and I'm going to delete these segments. I'm doing that because I am now gonna actually delete that too. I'm now gonna select these and I'm gonna press Shift on the keyboard and move up to create a copy, and I'll do the same to create another copy, and that would save me the work of having to repeat everything over and over, because these three shapes are, or these three parts are similar. So I'm gonna select all the vertices now, and I'm gonna go down and choose weld. Alright, so if weld doesn't work for you, it means that the welding threshold is too little, so I'm going to increase it to 0.2 and click on weld again. Alright, so I'll go back to my shapes, and now all I have to do is change the position of the vertices to get the proper curvature. Okay, this needs to go up, and this has to go up again. I can be very accurate here, or I can do it roughly, because the difference is not going to be very noticeable in the end result, because these are areas of the model that are going to be far away from the camera, and they're too small to be really noticed. But if you like perfection, you can really spend time on this and get as precise as you want. Okay, now over here I'm going to choose refine. I'm going to add two vertices, and I'll move each one of those to the proper position. Select and change the curvature here. Also, I'm going to increase the curvature right over there. Okay, zooming out, getting to this stage, changing the curvature again from the two sides. Now here I better change this to Bezier so that I have a really continuous curvature. Okay, let's move this a little bit, and then I'll select this one, move it up, move this one upwards too, same for this one. Now here, fix it from both sides, and again I better change this into a Bezier vertex so that the curvature is totally continuous. Okay, so that's it. Now I have to move to the top and fix these last vertices. Again, here I better choose Bezier to have a continuous curvature. Okay, so that's it for now. I've created my shape that's going to become the lathe model. Okay, so next I'm going to choose modifiers, batch spline editing, and lathe. Now the first time you apply lathe, it's going to lathe it or revolve around the wrong axis. To choose the right axis, all you have to do is click on max, and that will drive the lathe around the furthest vertex to the right, which is in my case my central axis. And if I press F3, I see that I have a lathe, but the normals are inverted. So I have to go up and choose flip normals. And this happened because I started my line from below and then moved upwards. If I started it from the top and moved down, I wouldn't have to click on flip normals. So this is an option that you only choose whenever you have the normals of your model inverted. And now I'm going to choose weld core, and this will remove the artifacts that I have at the bottom and at the top of my model. Now to increase the detail of my model, I'm going to increase the segments up to a value of 40, and that would give me a really smooth model. Okay, so next I have to create the top part, and for that I'm going to click on create and choose line, and then I'm going to click on snap, and I'm going to go down, say up to this level. Now I'm going to go to modify. I'm going to choose spline. I'm going to select my spline, and I'm going to go down and outline it by a value of 0.2. And then I'm gonna go upwards and choose vertex, and here I'm gonna refine and add 2 more vertices, and I'll do the same for the lower part. The reason I'm doing that is that I want the top and bottom part of this object to be curved. I'm gonna delete these vertices now, and I'm gonna change their curvature like so. I could have done this with the existing vertices, but I wanted to show you that you could do it by refining vertices. Okay, so I'll go up again, delete these, and then I'll go that way, and for the other one I'll do the same. And now I'm gonna choose again modifiers, patch line editing, and lathe. And now I'm gonna choose axis, and I'll type 0 for the position of the x-axis, and this will center the lathe over my model. So looking at this from the perspective view, again I'm going to select this and increase the segments up to a value of 40, and this will give me a really nice and smooth model. So all you have to do now is apply materials and lights to the object, and you'll have something like this.